Hello, Kenny. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, 8:05.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Carmen, if you want to lead us in.
All right. Oops. Hi, Shan. How are you?
How are you doing?
I am good. I'm great. It's been a pretty exciting day. I had I was just trying to get my kids into school today. Found out I needed some extra stuff, so have to. Oh, but I had one of my people start up, and yeah. Hi.
You had someone start today?
Well, one of my people from yesterday that started yesterday, so I had her all set up this morning. So yay! But let's see. So today we're gonna talk about how 3 millennials are able to start making $1,000 days, and Ashandra and I, we just made $1,000, and yay!
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, they struggle. A lot of people struggle in their day-to-day lives, and making $1,000 in 1 week is like a big deal.
Not a week.
I know, even like a day.
Not a week and a day.
In 1 day. But when I used to work at my job, I only got paid $7.25 when I first started, and my raises was like, when I ended, it was like $8.50, and like in a year, I would make about $10,000 in a whole entire year. And I was talking to Ashandra about this, and when I was working in one of my other businesses, I had made $8,000 in the 3 or 4 months that I was in it. And, making that amount of money that I was supposed to make in a year was really a big accomplishment, because I know a lot of people struggle. And we all have a hard time paying for our bills and maintaining our time with our kids. And I mean, I have a hard time even when I'm, day to day. But now that my kids, they realize that mommy has to work even if it's at home.
Right.
The last time we had the video, my kids, they kind of forgot that I was on a live, and they started coming in screaming. They were yelling, and you just kind of give them the eye, and they're like, oh, I need to back off.
Right.
But when you do make this money and you put in all of your time and you dedicate at least a few hours to this business, you'll be able to make the success stories that all three of us has had in these different businesses.
Absolutely.
Because I know.
you were talking about working all year to make $10,000, and being online is like such an easier way, and it's like I think for us being younger millennials, and we're learning that our phone, like I'm on my phone right now, right? Like our phone, our computer, or whatever, it really is a money generator for us. So the amount of money that you would go and spend 40 hours at a job for, you could make more money through your phone.
Essentially, yeah.
And probably in less time.
A lot less. Because I know back when I had a really hard time, that's my roommate, everybody. I know I used to not make more than like $8,000 in a year. And for us to be able to earn $1,000 in a day just by making the decision to want better and to want more for ourselves, I was able to earn essentially 1/8 of my annual income in a single day. And not just once, in a day. And I know since joining Easy One Up in my first month, I know that I was able to do $5,000 in my first month. And that was just like, oh my God, this is real. And by choosing to start something like this and position yourself in a high ticket online based business, again, like Shin was saying, you can work from your smartphone, you can work from your laptop, you can work around your kid's schedule. And I mean, in that single month, almost as much as I used to make in half a year working 40-hour weeks, 4 weeks in a month. It blows my mind completely.
So Chandra, I'm gonna back up a minute because I think some people watching, they might not even know what high ticket is. So I'm gonna kind of just go over what we mean by high ticket and why we promote it. So when I got into the online space, it used to be the fad or the thing to do to go promote these, little programs, with commissions of anywhere from $25 to $50 or whatever. And those are nice. They're great for people to get a start.
Right.
But, when you decide that you want to bring in a full-time income from home, or you want to make a weekly paycheck, then you need something that gives you, the leverage. That's the word I'm going to use. The leverage to be able to build a weekly income in a simple way. That means that the product that you promote has to be at a price point where you don't have to work so hard, you don't have to promote so hard, and you could create $500 or $250 to $500 to $1,000 days.
Exactly.
And we position ourselves with an opportunity and opportunities that allow us to do that. Okay, so we're talking about the price points that we're talking about are $250, $500, and $1,000.
Right.
Those price points allow us to create those days. Okay. And I know I had a $625 day. I know you've had a $1,000 day. We've been able to do things like that because we learn quickly as young people that high ticket is where it's at.
It's a lot easier to help one person move forward than 100 or not even 100, like 10, even just one person versus 10. It's way simpler to help one person get where they need to go versus trying to help 10 different people at the same time.
Right there.
And I love what we've done here is for those that have made the decision to say yes to themselves and to get themselves positioned to have a high ticket business. Essentially, we're all three of us like this isn't just some fly in the pan, you get started and you're completely lost. No, Carlin, myself, and Shin, we personally make it a point to give you the blueprint that we've used to duplicate these results so that you're not by yourself in this. We're available on phone, on call, on text, and chat. We're like, so what do you need help with? Here's our blueprint. Here's exactly what we do to create $1,000 days. And how can we help you do the same? And it all comes just by deciding to say yes. Just yes to yourself and get in position.
Right.
So that you can have those high ticket days. Hi, Luana.
Who said something?
I was saying hi to Luana. She just joined us.
Oh, I can't really see for some reason. Like my screen is like really small. I don't know.
You're working from your cell phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things that's so powerful is I already talked about being able to use your phone, but the power of video, because what a lot of people don't realize is like you can just make a video and get it out there. You know, it used to be when like people wanted to do high ticket. Think about the people who used to come to your door when you were a little kid and knock on your door. They were selling Kirby, what they call that? Kirby vacuum cleaner.
Oh, the door to door. I got one of those last month.
Oh yeah, and that was like back then. That was the version of high ticket, right?
Oh yeah.
And they were going door to door, and they would smash, and they come in your living room and do a presentation. And we don't gotta do that. You know, typically, you know, just to give you behind the scenes, typically our day will go, you know, we'll shoot a couple videos, we'll upload those to our social media, right? We'll upload those to our social media sources. You know, when people see, we don't chase people either, because we understand in the blueprint that we give to people, right? We understand how to drive traffic, and we just answer questions for people who came to us. We're not chasing people. We're not in living rooms doing presentations. We don't have to do any of that. And, you know, when people say, you know, I'm afraid to make video, I kind of laugh at that, because the reality is for most people, they found us through video. So that shows you the power of video. And anyone else that had any other product that they found, they probably watched a video or commercial or something on it, right? So that just shows you right there the power of video, and how we as young millennials are able to leverage video, Facebook, social media to be able to help us create the life that we want.
And really, and just to kind of give you guys a kind of sneak peek into our blueprint and how we're able to do this, we're literally compensated by sharing our lives with people who want a chance to have a better life for themselves. And it's not some fancy technology. I mean, me and Carlin have made some ridiculous videos with ridiculous props, but it's all with just our cell phone. Literally, you could have a Walmart phone that you bought for $150. Some of these ZTE phones, some of y'all know the brands I'm talking about. But that by itself is more than enough to create a full-time income from home. And we're not talking about 30 hours a week. Like we're not talking about you having a second job here. We're part-time hours to create a full-time income.
Right, but you still gotta work though.
Oh yeah. There is
still gotta work. but it's a simpler way, because like I think about when I was working I used to work a full-time job at the university. I would get off that job at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I would take my lunch break at 4. I would leave at 4. And I would work from 5 until 11 o'clock at Walmart, standing on my feet. My back would be hurting. I would be exhausted. I would be like, I didn't have time to eat anything, so I gained like God knows how many pounds eating. I think I was eating like Subway, like their little pizzas or something.
Oh, you better than me. I'd have been in McDonald's, girl.
Yeah, I think I went there a couple times too. So like, you know, that's hard. So it's like sometimes, what I say to people is like, you know, choose your heart. Like choose your heart. Like, this is easy for me, hopping on a video, doing something, you know what I mean? Using my phone, you know, answering a few questions, bringing in commissions, right? Like, that's easier than standing on your feet for 13 hours. That's easier than going to a job that you hate. If you're willing yourself to go to that job that you literally hate.
I'm just thinking like how I used to work at call centers. I'm like, oh, that was mind-numbing. It's so mind-numbing.
And when I say like hate, I'm not talking about like, okay, I hate this type of work. I'm talking about anxiety inducing,
panic attack.
They're emotionally abusing me, but I gotta go to this job to pay my bills. Now, what I'm not saying is like, go quit your job. But what I am saying is you can start building, and that's what I did. Like, I knew that job was like something I need to get out of like real quick. I was like, this is not gonna work. I started building my way out.
You have to.
And it's been, you know, it was a wonderful decision. So yeah, I just wish more people our age and who aren't even our age really would just position themselves to come online and move past the fear, because a lot of people have this, I would say like kick fear, because people will come into something with the idea of how do you say it? What if this doesn't work? Well, when I came into this, I was like, this gotta work. So I made it work, because I was like, the alternative is I stay broke. The alternative is I go back to abusive job. But you, instead of thinking of what if this doesn't work, what if I don't make this work?
Like, you have to. It's like, I'm seeing Keely on, she just jumped on with us today. I'm so excited that you were able to make it, my love. our babies, our husbands, our spouses, that's why we have to make it work. I mean,
Right.
the mind-numbing job is enough of a motivation. It was enough of a motivation for me having to work call centers for 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
On repetitive 8 hours, just, how can I help you today? How can I help you today? It was enough. But to know that my little sister, because I know right now we don't have our parents, they actually passed away in a car accident. So at a young 20-something-year-old, I'm learning how to adult on my own. I can only think if today we were to leave our babies, like Healy has a young 2-year-old right now, and I know Carlin has an 8 and a 10-year-old, and some of us have adult children. I don't have any children, I'm just saying. But some of us got babies at home or adult children who rely on us. It's like, what will happen to them if something were to happen to us? We have to make this work to give them a better way, to have a future where they can take care of themselves, and at the minimum, position ourselves so that at least we're not a liability to the people that we say that we love.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So that's why just you like determining that we have to make it work. Like, there's no what if this doesn't work? How can I make it work? Because you have to choose your challenges in life. There's always
you gotta choose them.
something.
And I've been in opportunities before where the answer was go make 100s list.
Oh,
right?
your friends and family.
And I'm looking at my friends and family like, nah, B. so it was like, go make 100s list. Go to a party. I remember like holding my first home party with all my family, and they looking at me like, okay, we support you, but
No.
I was like, I never want to do that again.
It's not fun.
So, that used, for a lot of people, that's their memory of online, working online. If somebody told them, go make 100s list, go invite all your family friends, that might work for some industry. But I know for me, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to chase my family and friends because I want to partner with people who I want to partner with. And sometimes family ain't the people you want to partner with.
No, you can't take everybody with you.
They're the most skeptical ones.
A lot of times our friends and family are the most skeptical.
Or not even just skeptical. Sometimes,
Not supportive.
I don't, it is what it is. So, that's what I love is that truly from the beginning to the end, online, I can not only create my own work environment, I can create who I partner with. You are literally a creator. I love it.
It's fun. I mean, just coming up with silly videos and sharing what you're eating, what you're up to, what you're doing, and how you're changing people's lives. It's fun. It's really fun.
Invite people to come along on the journey with you and do the same. And just that consistency of it. Like, that's the main thing. Like, people who are consistent and realize that they're in it for the long haul. Like, this is not, I had someone pop in my inbox today and said, how can I make money real fast? And I was like, because not that you can't do that here. We've done it. We will show people how to do it.
5,000 in a month. I'm just saying, that's pretty good.
We've done it. We've done it. But when you come into any business opportunity, especially high ticket, you're building a business. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not something you come in like, I'm in a bind. Go get your bind taken care of and come back when you're ready to position yourself to build a business.
Yes. 100% agree. And if you need help getting to that point, talk to us. We're here to support you. We're here to help you. Whatever your dream, whatever your vision is, let us be there to support you to get there. We are so readily available. I know Carlin and myself, we're always talking to people every day. We're sharing our dreams. We're sharing our goals, what we want to achieve. And we're just like, do A, B, C, and D. Sometimes before they've even joined our team, we're just like, yeah, just do this. This is all you need to do.
Exactly.
Get your freedom.
It's simple. We give people, like I was saying with the parties, I kind of went on a tangent. I just realized as you were talking. I was saying before how, when I first got into online marketing, that was the thing. Make your 100s list, go have a party, invite everybody, yada, yada. I think I did like God knows how many parties.
You're better than me. I couldn't get through one.
But I do it because I talk. I'm like, hey, girl. I love to talk. My mom being a grocery store looking at me like, stop talking to people. But anyways, what we've done is very different. We have a blueprint for people. Tomorrow we're having like a big master training tomorrow, and we're going over, Facebook strategies and things like that. And I find that in the online space, that's very unique, because a lot of times people come into opportunities and it's like, bye, they're not even given a blueprint.
No, that's like you join and you have to sit there and figure out how to make this business work for you. And a lot of people end up lost.
Right.
They don't even know how to get to that point where they're making their first sale. And if they manage to get their first sale, they don't know how to duplicate it. They don't know how to do it more than once. And I know
Right.
I couldn't imagine. That's too much. That makes
it's
already
too
hard
much.
to start
It's
a
like,
business.
because running a business is like,
It's hard
it's you got to figure things out there. So then you got to figure out strategy too. So it's like, to be able to give somebody something like their launching pad and say, all right, let's launch you and go on, run your business, right? That's ideally how you would want to position people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we help you do. So essentially, by deciding to position yourself so that you can have those high income, high commission days. Again, we recommend the $250 a day. $250 a day is life changing completely. That was like, I used to earn that in a week working some of these entry level jobs, because I don't know, because Shin's a professional. She did the college road. She got her degree.
Oh wait, but don't. Let me tell you, don't see. I mean,
you
professionals out here are wanksters, and I'll be quick to say it, wanksters. We're gonna use the word wanksters. Like,
what is this?
Yeah, like fake gangster wanksters.
Wow, Slay.
And what I mean by that, I'm not trying to throw shade, but what I'm saying is, have you ever watched the documentary called Generation Jobless?
No, I have not.
Okay, watch it. It's a Canadian documentary, and it talks about what you just talked about. There's this assumption that if you get like a college degree, you get a master's degree, you got a doctorate degree. Listen, I know people with doctorates making $45,000 a year.
Ooh. But don't they have student loan debt that's like 10, 20?
And their student loan debt is like ridiculous. I know a guy, he's 70, but not even 70, I take that back. He's old. He's like 60 something. That's not old, but older than me. But he's like 60 something, and he's still paying on student loans that he took out years ago from a local college here. And I'm like, man, I would have to die with those going to I'm not paying nothing off.
And you can't be bankruptcy.
Because if I'm 60 and I'm still paying off student loans, they'll go with me to the grave. So my whole point though is, like, not to make light of that, but what I am saying is, as someone who has student loans myself and a lot of student loans, there's a lot of people my age, or who are not even my age, working professionals. We're talking about chiropractors, lawyers. On the surface, they bring home a high salary, but that's eaten up by, $800 student loan monthly payments is what a lot of people that are in my circle, that's their monthly payment for their student loans.
Mm-hmm. I like to joke, because I know I came from a background where my parents were both entrepreneurs, and you would think watching your parents start their own business that by itself would be the solution, but no. They had high debt. They honestly were paycheck to paycheck, even though as a couple they brought home $500,000 a year. They had the nice house, the nice cars, the white picket fence, the little boy, the little girl, and the dog. I joked on them religiously. But it did, honestly, it's not even how much you make. Although, again, I know Carla in one of her months when she was with a previous business partner, they did $27,500 within 30 days. Right. And I tell you, this is a very lucrative business that we're in a very lucrative space. It is. But knowing what to do with the money that you have when you get it, we're going to show you how to get it. But then knowing what to do with it is the difference between looking good but being broke and actually being able to create generational prosperity.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you said something else too, when your parents had the business, there's a lot of people who own traditional businesses that should look at starting a digital business, because that overhead will keep you broke. You got to pay for furniture. You got to pay for phone. You got to pay for liability insurance. You got to pay for renting a space. You have to pay for all of these things that when you go online, okay, yes, when you go online, you still need tools, yes. But it's like not even close to what it comes to start a business when you have a traditional overhead.
I love that you mentioned that. I want to put this in perspective for you all here. Carlin is my #1 testimonial when it comes to how low your expenses can be and how high your income can be when you choose to start an online digital business. She put me to shame, y'all. Absolutely to shame. We're talking about a month where she was able to earn as high as $27,000, right? Her business expenses is $1 a month. She doesn't even need half the tools that you and I use. She pays $1 a month so that every year she can pay for her, it's like your address on the internet, your www. That costs her $12 a year, y'all. $12 for the ability to make $1,000 days multiple times a year online. $1 a month. I spend more than that on Burger King. I spend $1.07. And it blows my mind.
$500 to $1,000 to start an at-home business.
It's nothing.
Is nothing. If you were to go start a salon, you would have to get supplies, you would have to get hair, you would have to hire people, you would have, it's so many things. Like, so when people say, oh, I think I kind of giggle sometimes when people are like, oh, well, that's too much for an online business. And I'm like, and I kind of giggle because I'm like, if you were to go start a business today, even if it was a home-based business, your expenses would be a minimum of $2,500 to $5,000 to even start a home business.
I know that.
So $500 to $1,000 is nothing to start a business. And here's the thing with the programs that we're in. Once you come in, you can earn that over and over and over and over again. So it's like an appreciating investment in a smart business versus a lot of times people get into business models where they're bleeding money.
I know there was a time where, because it took me a while to come to this point where I'm in this opportunity specifically. And there was a time where I had positioned myself in a business that had cost me $1,500 to get started. That was like the startup pack. They sent me my packs of vitamins. I was told, make my list of 100 people, find my family and friends and harass them, which we don't do any of that. But for $1,500, I was told, you're so lucky. You're going to be able to earn $25 per customer. I was like, what? So I just spent $1,500 so that I could earn $25. Whereas here, when we position ourselves, anywhere again from $500 to $1,000, we're able to earn on our first sale anywhere up to $500 to $1,000. You're talking about an immediate 100% return on your investment.
100% return on your investment over and over and over again. And Ashandra, the other thing I wanted to address too is like, when we're in a digital space, people don't understand what our product is. So so the thing to know is that the future is everything of the future is digital. Go into Walmart, go into anywhere. Everything is becoming digital. Cashiers are being replaced with checkout stations. McDonald's are now putting in kiosks where you can self-checkout. Everything is becoming digital. Where do you think jobs are going? Digital, right? So we're ahead of the pack by being in a digital space and earning money in a digital space. So anyways, I was saying that to say, when you are with a traditional like network marketing MLM type company, you have a physical product. Like, Ashandra was saying she spent $1,500 on a package, and I'm sure it had a lot of products. She probably still got some of them products.
I was about to say, it's still on my desk. I'm trying to use it up. No lie.
So I'm sure they're good products though, but she probably still got some of their products.
I'm sure they're really good.
We don't have to carry all that stuff and have a closet full of stuff that we done had for years in the closet.
Let me get my money's worth.
But our product is digital. What does that mean? That means that we our digital product are educational marketing training. It's digital marketing training. Okay, teaching people how to market online, how to. I'm laughing at your hand.
We have fun.
Teaching you how to market online, okay? And that's basically it, you know. Whereas, and it's so in demand by people online because there's so many marketers that are failing. There's so many people that want to come in and start a business. And on top of getting the digital marketing training, you also, which is an educational package, you also get the reseller right. So you get the right to then resell basically that training platform. You know, you get to resell it to other people who need it. It is a legitimate product that is in high demand in the marketplace that people actually need. And as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna say easy one up. I was in the back office today, and there's at the $500 level, there's an awesome YouTube training which teaches you how to place yourself on the first page of Google. Do you know how much money you could bring? Chandra, I'll go ahead and tell the story.
Go ahead.
So I had a lady, well, I call it Chandra, and Carlin was like, what? A lady called me last week, and she said, I'm ready to come in at the $1,000 level.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I never met this lady. She, whoever she is, Godspeed, she found me on Google. Through YouTube, my YouTube ended up placed on Google, and she found me. This is what we're talking about.
We do not chase people, y'all.
Would you not pay for that? For somebody to give you $1,000?
So somebody to seek you out to pay you
$1,000.
Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, that's exactly your story, Shin, because it was funny. You found Carlin because Carlin had made a video months ago. She was teaching a skill that she had learned by investing in how to market online. She was just reteaching it. The skill that she had learned, she was freely teaching it and sharing it via video. Shin, who happened to just be looking at how to do the thing that she was teaching, found her video, messaged her and said, hey, can you teach me that skill set that you just learned? And she's like, yeah, but because Carlin has acquired a skill set, she was able to say, I'm happy to teach you, but if she could be now compensated for that skill. So Shin's like, I'll give you money. I'll give you $500.
I don't hesitate. Listen, this
has happened twice.
That skill sets pay. So I was like, I want to learn Facebook ads. Here go $500. Teach me.
It was funny because we were in,
and I dropped it.
It was really funny.
Because appreciating assets, that $500 is worth a lot more.
I'm about to say that $500 since then is position you to make
$1,000. That several times, so I'm not even.
See, I'm very transparent. If y'all ask me, you guys have free access to the chat right now, and I encourage you, ask me any questions. I'm very open. Find me on Facebook, still very open. I'll tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. I don't care what color it is. I mean, I'm a little crazy with it. But the reason I say that is, I forgot what I was going with that. I'm sorry. If you guys have questions, I was going to say utilize the chat. Ask us questions. Is this real? How does this real? I wanted to actually pull up my back office if that was okay with you guys, just to kind of see, because I joined back in May of 2018, and I can't guarantee you the exact same results, but I just want to show you the power of this system for the last 2 months, I think. It'll be 2 months now. Yep, it's officially 2 months since I've become a part of the opportunity. So if everybody's okay with that, I'd love to log in and show you kind of what we've done. Can everybody see that? I'm just going to quickly log in. Just in the last 2 months since becoming a part of Easy One Up. And I'm just going to show you what we have so far. $6,525 just in the last 2 months. These are real people who are committed to changing their lives. And these aren't, $25, $30 sales. Guys, these are from $500 sales, $1,000 sales. I think the only $25 sale I made in here was the one recently.
Yeah.
Just it actually happened very recently. But our bonuses, their packages, where we give the bonuses and do the training, they start at $100 level. But most of the people who I've come in, like Chandra, I'm all in. I know this works. I believe in this. I believe in my ability to make it work for me. I'm coming in at 500. I'm coming in at 1,000. And I had one customer, this opportunity in particular has a $2,000 package. I had somebody who joined at that $2,000 package. In a single day, I made more than I used to make in a month working any job in my hometown, and I live in North Carolina, y'all. So, and I never went to college. I to this day have I. It's funny because I actually went to high school with Keely, and we were both in the advanced. It was called 𝐕𝐷. The whole point of 𝐕𝐷 was to prep you to go to college, which I did not, because I fought with my 10th grade teacher tooth and nail. I discovered internet marketing. I discovered that I could start a digital business. So I would fight with my 11th grade teacher. She was like, 𝐭, you need a plan B. And I was like, why? I was like, I just learned that I can make $10,000 plus a month online. Why would I need college? And we did not get along, y'all. I graduated and she was really happy to see me out. I don't even remember her name. We had her for 2 years in 𝐕𝐷, my homeroom teacher for 2 years. But just coming back to this point where, why did I need college? Why did I need to go into debt like some of my friends and my family who are today still paying off degrees that they're not even using? I have one girl who went to school for business administration and she's still paying off $25,000 in debt. She's not using her degree. She's still working part-time jobs and she still has that debt. And I was funny because I let her see some of our marketing education and she's like, oh my God, 𝐭, she spent a whole afternoon in it, y'all. I learned more in the last 6 hours than I did in my college courses. I was like, yes, Dad. She's like, I know.
If I knew what I know now, I hate to say it, I wouldn't have.
Really?
I wouldn't have even wasted my time.
If anything.
Because like you said, the reality is a lot of times, I remember getting I think I was making maybe 30,000, not even 30. I was making $27,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. That's how much you made in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And so my expectations, what I was, the dream, that's why watch that documentary when you get a chance, Generation Jobless.
Jobless.
What I was sold, of what I would get versus what I got in terms of salary expectations was just so different. It just was so different. Even, the hype of being a professional. Everyone's like, oh,
you made it.
Oh, why did you? Listen, there's people that I knew that worked in factories that made more money than what I did as a degree salary professional. And that was, oh no, don't sleep on factory jobs, because when listen, there's people who work in factories make $75,000 a year.
What?
In year pay. Oh yeah.
We don't even have factories. That sounds kind of
So it's like this because right now, service jobs are in demand, factory jobs are in demand. Salary jobs are not in demand. In fact, most salary jobs, the pay raise have stayed between 1% and 4% for the last since 2008 when the market crashed.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary, actually. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we've talked a couple reasons of why have a digital online business. One, your product, it's digital. There's no supplements and vitamins and packs and things that you have to buy. Y'all, these are like $80 each, by the way.
That is like some good stuff.
There's no wraps and vitamins that you have to buy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all online and it's delivered online. And literally, you're literally just helping people learn this skill set. And once you learn it, guys, I know Shin right now, she's teaching people how to use these skills that you'd be learning to go to local business owners and charge $250 per month to manage $1,000 a month to manage their Facebook profiles, their Instagram account, things we do every day for fun.
Every day.
Companies are willing to pay us $250 to $1,000 a month to set up these online style businesses, to take their business offline, online. I know I have somebody right now who's willing to pay me between $500 to $1,000 up front to build a website for her daycare business. All from what I've learned from starting my own digital online business.
Yep.
You're obtaining a skill set. So not only are you getting an opportunity to earn $500 to $1,000 a day, but you also have a skill set that you can use to monetize anytime. Like, it's literally money on demand with the knowledge in your head. It's powerful. I can never go back. I know too much. That was all I had to say.
I'm good. People just listen. People start a digital business.
You can't.
You know, even if you love your job, you know, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, you know, quit your job,
Don't.
you know, no, don't do that.
No.
But what I am gonna say is this: even if you got a job, you should start a digital business.
Yes.
You should have a digital business. One, this Looney Tune in office right now. Listen, he could tank our whole economy, and you better have a backup plan.
You done? Why are you talking about Trump like that?
Nah, you might be crazy. So, so listen, stucco Hayward over here, Wayward, did I make up a word? Wayward over here. I'm gonna hashtag some other country that the economy doing just fine.
Right.
And I'm gonna be just fine.
Right.
So it's like, you know, for a lot of reasons, not even just that, you know, people, you know, they walk into their job and then all of a sudden their job isn't there anymore. That's happening so much. Jobs like
that happened to our friend.
Downsizing, shutting down, you know, or even
just because
this is what happened to me when I worked at the university. I was fine at my job, and then my supervisor decided he was going to retire. The person who came in was a Looney Bin, whatever you want to call it. She was like certifiable crazy.
You are so silly.
So everybody I know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so real. No, it really
So
is.
I never wanted to ever allow anyone to, after that point, I said nobody will ever be in control of me like that. Never. You know, I said I will always have a digital business that if the environment was like where it was so toxic, I didn't want to go to work, or it was toxic where they weren't paying me what I was worth, I'm in control of my economy. I can say, you know what, sayonara, deuces.
Right. No, 100,000%. If anything, I highly encourage, if you are working a job right now and you're here to learn how you can make $500 to $1,000 a day, keep your job, because literally this business takes less than 3 hours a day. And we're talking to make $500 to $1,000 extra per week. 3 hours a day. Being on
and most of that is just answering questions of people who sought you out. Just answering their questions. Like tonight, after I hop off here, I'm going to be answering questions of people who are in my inbox that they hopped in my inbox.
I know Carlin has about 50 people to follow up with after this.
Yeah.
We haven't even eaten dinner.
It's a good problem to have. Tonight I have to check. I'm going to put on some Cardi B. I'm going to be ratchet. I got my little party, my swag.
1,000% done.
I'm going to get it popping.
You're able to work in your own environment, y'all. You really are.
Right.
Because I need to clean my house. Dang, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Work your job. And here's why. You have your base expenses covered. And while you're going through the learning curve of how to start your business, grow your business, market and promote your business, you have that base income coming in. Now that extra $500 days, $1,000 days that you're creating, that goes right into your savings account.
Make it.
That goes right into you paying off your debts. That goes right into you putting money away for your baby's college. That goes right into you actually having money to retire on. That changes your whole financial economy.
Man.
So you have your base income. You don't even have to quit. You giving yourselves options by starting a digital online business.
Options. That's right.
And having options is a good thing because again, anything can happen. You could get that crazy boss. They could cut your hours and you're now 10 hours short. That happened to my friend in Texas. We had our roommate actually went to work one day and all of a sudden they told her she wasn't on the schedule. She was like, what? Exactly. It did happen. Straight happen. Because she had and it was funny because they did it out of spite because she got sick. She was at work, got the flu from work, was too sick to get out of bed the next day and they fired her for it. But by controlling, having a digital online business, you control your economy. Nobody can take the knowledge in your head. Nobody can take that from you. And you can take that anywhere in the world, assuming you speak the language. And I've been in Costa Rica working on my digital online business. I've been in Mexico. Some of y'all who have been following me for a while have seen me working from Japan, which I go every year. We will be there in March as well. You can take this anywhere. And you can work this anywhere. And Shin is absolutely, she's my favorite test, like proof that if you have a cell phone, you can make multiple thousands of dollars a month online. And there's no reoccurring fees. There's no auto ship. There's no product. There's no monthly. It's one and
Well,
done.
it is a product, but it's digital.
Oh, it is a product. What did I say? Did I say it was a product? My bad.
Yeah.
I meant there's no physical product. You pay for it, you're one and done, go help some people. So yeah.
Can I ask what kind of phone you have? That phone is huge. What kind of phone you got?
This is little. This is actually a Pixel XL, the first Pixel XL. And I'm totally about to get a bigger phone in August because the Galaxy Note 9 Plus is coming out and I want it. I want it back. I want to take normal
So you're gonna be
screenshots.
walking around with a tablet, talking to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited. That's my next $1,000 sale. I'm going to get my new Galaxy Note Plus. I told Carlin, I'm like, it's on. I'm working for that phone because August, y'all, and I want everybody to follow along. My goal is to help 10 people. Help 10 people get $1,000 days. And I want it, my minimum is $10,000 a month in the month of August. So y'all watch. Y'all are happy to watch because I want to teach you exactly how I do it. Mm-hmm. Shin and I and all of us, we have the blueprint, and I want you to watch because I want to give you the same blueprint that I'm going to make $10,000 a month with. So
all right, you put it in the universe.
It's out there. It's out there. Claim it. It's yours. It seriously is. Go buy a house. Go buy a couple houses. Come on now, do what you want.
That's right.
So that being said, if you're looking to start a digital online business to learn how to manage $1,000 days online, get with the person who invited you so that we can help you get started as soon as right now. So yeah, that's like I said. Anybody else want to say anything? Any questions from anybody who's still here? I love questions, y'all. I'm a little nerd. I'll be up in this chat, something serious. But yeah. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Thank you so much for everybody who stuck around with us. We love you. And again, reach out to us anytime. If you didn't have questions right now, we're here. We're readily available. Add us on Facebook. We are so excited to help you start making them $1,000 days. Until next time, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.